Well, hello, my lovelies, and welcome back. Today it is part two. If you guys have not seen part one, please be sure to watch it. I will leave the comment in the comment box down below. I'll leave the link for you guys to click that. If for whatever reason you want to watch this without watching part one, that's fine too, but part one covers a lot of the things that you guys need for training, which I definitely want you to take a look at, because you may be a little bit overwhelmed and you may be stressed out and think, hey, am I forgetting something? And maybe by watching this video it will just jog your mind when it comes to bringing things to training. But with that said, let's get going with a part number two. I wanted to talk about the drills, you guys. All right, the drills. So where do we start? You guys will ask, they'll be different, they're called proficiency in class, and these proficiency, all right, oh my god, it took me so long to learn that word. proficiency, you will hear that word throughout the entire month. They will start you out with the easy proficiencies, which will eventually go to much harder proficiencies. When I say harder, they just need a little more coordination, and I'm talking about shouting commands while you're actually doing something. That's where a lot of people get tripped up, and that's where people go home, just because there isn't that much hands-on practice prior to you being tested. So it's a very, very stressful, you guys, when you are doing proficiencies during training, because you are tired, you're worn out, you're crying a lot, you're exhausted, you're sleep deprived, and even if you do sleep, sometimes you just can't get a good shut-eye, and it starts the day before you get to training. I remember they flew me, literally, I was on the 5 a.m. Plane. I got in at 9. By the time we waited for our luggage, and we were exhausted because we had so much to carry to training. By the time we waited for the Uber, we ended up getting there, I think it was like 11 in the morning. And so we were starving, so we went to eat, and just the hotel itself to actually venture out would be a good 30-minute walk. That's how big our hotel was. It was humongous. They didn't leave us, they didn't put us in a hole, that's for sure. They treated us really well, which is great. I was very impressed. We were able to have 2 coffees a day, which was awesome. The hotel treated us really, really well. Staff was amazing. I even used to get texts saying, hey, I'm your concierge, are you missing anything? And I remember saying, yes, I'd like to make my coffee with some sugar, and there isn't any, and creamer. And within a few minutes, somebody was at my door, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So literally we were I felt like a queen the entire month, and I wanted to stay. That's how comfortable it was. You had everything at your disposition. If you wanted to get sunbathed in the weekends, you can hit the pool if you wanted to. You can go to the jacuzzi, the sauna, the Olympic pool, you name it. We were treated like 5 stars. The room was made I think twice a week. I believe it was Tuesdays and Fridays. I gave her a tip. I thought she was amazing. She's working just as hard as we are. And so room was always clean. It was spacious. The hotel was convenient. I mean, everything, I loved everything about it. I'm not complaining. Food was really, really good downstairs. So I went downstairs all the time. I'd come back from class and I was starving, and I'd go downstairs, and this is how I gained some weight, because hey, you have free food, you get your credit card that you can use from work, and the food is cooked for you. What else do you want, right? So it's easy to get lazy and kind of gain some weight. And you could always go to the gym, but the gym was outside. You had to basically go outside the building, cross kind of the entire backyard, and kind of go. So it was kind of, and then I didn't want to waste that hour or 2 doing that when I could be studying, because I only had a little window. Now, what I did want to mention is get your sleep, you guys. I don't care if you didn't do your homework, because we do have homework every single night, you guys, and it's a lot. But it's okay. You could always wake up earlier and do your homework, but go to bed and get your sleep, because without sleep, you're yawning, you can't pay attention, you have drills, and you have to perform, and it's super, super stressful when your body is not cooperating with you. I mean, you could do coffee all day, you could do energy drink, but remember, your breaks are like timed. They're 10 minutes. That's it. They might give you 8 minutes, they might give you 5 minutes, but they're no longer than 10, which means And they do give you a break every hour, which is great. Okay, so if you have to go, you do your thing. But even 10 minutes, remember, we have to wait in line in the bathroom. Just waiting in line in the bathroom is about 5 to 7 minutes because there's 50 of us running to the bathrooms, right? And sometimes I would wait to go to the bathroom and the time has expired, I had to go back. Or we were waiting in line to get our coffee. It's 8 minutes and I'm not even third in line. Like, I'm probably the fourth one. And I know that the delay is going to be too long. I literally, like, it's happened twice where I paid for my coffee, she's making it, I looked at the time and I ran back in class. Like, that's how quickly you have to be back in class, and that's how you quickly can be expelled because you're not back in class in time, on time. So they do that on purpose because obviously the plane will not wait for you. So as a flight attendant, if they tell you your show time is at 5 a.m., it's at 5 a.m. All right, they say on time is late and early is on time. This is what they kept saying in class, constantly, meaning if you're on time, you're actually late because you were supposed to be there before. Because when you're there before, it means you're on time. So lesson learned, you don't have time to do anything. Even your lunch is timed and you need to hurry. So there's sometimes we're like 4 or 5 classes going at the same time and they break us at the same time. So the line in the cafeteria is super long. And by the time it's my turn, I look at the time, like 20 minutes went by. I'm like, I only have another 20 minutes to eat. Like, what the heck? Because you still have to make your way all the way back to class, and then you have to digest this food, which you never have time. So it's so stressful. Everything is stressful, from getting to the bus in the morning, getting dressed, getting your homework done, getting into the bus, getting to your training, making sure you have your homework, making sure you have all of your belongings and your necessary equipment, I guess you want to call it. So make sure that you have your watch, make sure you have your EFB charge, your chargers there, that you have your flashlight, that you have your passport. And I do talk about that in the first video, so make sure you watch it, especially if you're going to training with my airline. So but so you have all that, and then and the badge, I forgot the badge. I don't even know if I mentioned it in the first video. The badge will be given to you, which you have to bring to class every day and you cannot lose it. I think I do say that, but I forgot if I do say that you have to show it. It's going to be on you regardless, and you can't lose it. Okay, so it's kind of like getting used to you carrying your badge that you're going to be wearing when you do graduate. So that's kind of like a temporary one that they just identify you with your employee number and also with just getting used to carrying your badge when you're at work. All right. So with that said, you guys, get some sleep. Okay. Being tired and falling asleep in class will get you expelled. We've had some people falling asleep getting into huge trouble. We've had people from the other class who got expelled from class because of that. And it's understandable. They're sitting all day. And if we're doing some proficiency, we're exhausted and we need to learn them quickly, you guys. It's see them one time, touch them one time, do them now. So sometimes you're like, ooh, okay. The good thing is you get to see people do them before you. But if you are asked to go first, you basically have to get it right away. Now they do give you chances per proficiency. I believe it's 1 chance. And if you don't get it, you guys, see you later. As far as the testing, you need to get 90%, you guys. And as you know from my past video, I think it's 3 videos away from this one, I do talk about what happened in my computer, with my computer. My EFB froze during the timed test, which stressed the hell out of me, you guys. Not only was I timed, but I have just a few seconds to answer these questions because it was 40, what was it? It was 100 question, 45 minutes, which means it's 45 seconds each question. So if anything, I read twice and it just kind of hit me to the 1 minute mark, I knew I was behind. So not only do you have to understand what you're reading, you have to click your answer and it goes to the next one. And if you didn't understand the question, you need to kind of get it, because by the time you're done, you basically don't have time to go back to revisit the ones you didn't get. You basically knew it or you didn't know it. So it's very, very stressful. And my computer froze. So I'm just like, oh my God, help me. Someone help me. Like, what's going on? And the teachers came like 5 minutes later, which wasted another 5. And she's like, well, you have 15 minutes and you have something like 7 questions. But I'm like, but it's ticking now. Now it's 10 minutes and I still have these questions that I can't move to the next one with. So they said, you know, we got you, don't worry. And if that jams through, you're gonna have to go and sit down and do the paper test all over again. So I'm like, oh no, hell no, I'm not starting that all over with new questions. And the thing is, with these questions, there's a bank of 300 and they spit out 100 random. So your neighbor may not have the same, and if they do, their answer may be like on the second or the third. Mine could be number 1 and hers will be 3. It's the same answer, but just in a different order. So there's no way you can cheat, even if you wanted to. And if you cheat, obviously you're expelled. So why even chance it? Very stressful. You got to remove your watch. They don't want you cheating, so you have to remove that. You can only have something to drink on the table, and you are timed. It's basically, okay, go, let's go. And everybody is doing their own thing. Now, it's a little stressful because you hear people standing up during the exam and walking to the front because now they know their score, because there's a button you press when you're done. Everything freezes. You basically press on it and it generates your score. So you're just waiting there and waiting there. You see the ball going and 10%, 15%. And then finally, boom, it gives you the score. It is the most stressful 1 minute of your life because you don't know if you passed or failed. Now, if you do fail, you do have a retake, only 1. And again, you have to get 90%, and you don't know what the questions are going to be, you guys. You have no idea, because let's say you didn't know what that one was. You didn't get a chance to review it. Not everybody gets a chance to review their test, all right? You're all under a time restraint. Some of them were able to, some of them weren't. So they didn't know what they made a mistake in. And then you have to redo the test the next day, and you're under so much stress as well. So it's not an easy process, you guys. It really takes discipline and sleep, because if you're not sleeping, your body thinks differently. It slows down. You're not giving it the proper nutrients. That's all going to catch up to you guys. Okay, I've had people sitting until 3 in the morning and they were ready for the bus at 3 a.m. at 3:30. That you can't do that. Study the night before, study the day before that, leading to your test. I remember the day of the test, my girlfriend and I went out. Don't do that, okay? Because we were confident. We memorized a lot of the stuff. We went through everything. We're very short-term memory kind of girls. So she grasped a lot of concept a lot quicker than I did. So I kind of took my time learning on my own, and then we learned together as a group. And then I remember saying, I can't learn anymore. Like, you just have to be realistic. Your brain won't fit anything anymore. I looked at her and we looked at each other. We're like, fuck it, let's go downstairs and let's just go have a drink. So we did. We had a drink. I don't drink alcohol, but I still had a little sip of something. I can't remember. I think it was a michelada. So I had a little michelada, socialized a little bit downstairs, and by 10 o'clock I saw some students walking by. They're like, what are you girls doing there? Like, everybody's studying, and I'm like, I just can't study anymore. It's either you know it or you don't. You can't just cram it. We stayed up until 10:30, went to bed, woke up at 2:30 that morning. Sorry, 2:30 that morning, and we were downstairs ready for our test. And usually testing is usually first thing in the morning, you guys. So when you get there, you're fresh and they test you. Okay, so that's for the test. And you have 2 main tests through the entire 30 days or 28 days. I don't know, sometimes months are a little shorter or longer. But and so you will have 2 tests, so on week 2 and week 4. If you fail, you have a retake. If you fail the retake, you go home. Unfortunately, one of our good friends, oh gosh, I love her, she was part of our trio. There was the 3 of us that we studied all the time together. She didn't make it, so I was really, really sad. It was so sad because she didn't make the first test. She was behind, I want to say, 20 questions. And she, you know, we can attribute that to her language barrier. Although she spoke perfect English, she was Latin. And I think her thought process just to translate a lot of the things for her to, you know, to understand it. And I'm like that too. So I totally understood what she was going through. So the next day we tried to study with her, but she kind of wanted to do it on her own. And she did. and she felt very confident coming into it. We prayed for her. I remember her walking out with the other people that didn't make it the day before, and then they went into a special room, and if you came back, you got like a stand-up ovation, and we got so excited. And if you didn't make it, like tears were flowing people's eyes, like seriously. When I didn't see her come back, I was heartbroken. My girlfriend was heartbroken. We didn't have the words. We felt like we could have done more, like we could have studied more with her the day before that. She kind of chose to do her own thing, and we respected that. I don't know if we should have pushed ourselves to help her more, you know. And she just was so fit to do this. She was like the perfect mold of a perfect flight attendant, you know, very by the rules, by the book, you know, very disciplined. I don't know, I just feel bad that she didn't make it, because like I said, she would have been a great flight attendant. But you know what, I pray for her. She will try again. We did keep in touch. She couldn't wait to see our graduating pictures, and I felt so bad. I was just like, oh, she's such a good soul, you know. But I know she'll do great things, and I believe her brother's a flight attendant as well for this airline. So you know, she has all the help that she needs, and she has us as well. So so again, you guys, you can know all the answers, but the stress that they put you through with the time, because it is time. And realistically, 45 seconds from me wasn't enough, because I remember reading questions over and over just to try to understand what they were asking, and sometimes all the answers made sense. I mean, I'm like, I don't know which one, and there's the process of elimination, so it's very stressful. We were like shitting bricks, literally. We're looking at each other, and I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Shoot, we're about to start. And we're all like shaking. And I remember just looking up when I was thinking and waiting for this lady to come, because my thing froze. I remember looking at everybody, and we're so like, because this is our future. You know, if this is what you want to do, you need to be able to perform, and you need to be able to perform and get a 90%. All right, so moving on to that, I want to talk about drills. Drills, again, you don't see them much, but you need to know them. That's what stressed me the most, because it takes me time. I need to touch things. I need to experiment things. We had someone in our class who used to be a flight attendant, like I said in my previous video, but never seen a door like the door that we had to handle. And the commands were pretty, you know, they're more difficult than what he learned before. So he was very challenged and almost was sent home. So he was stressing out, and my girlfriend stayed with him to help him out with that. What we did a lot of times is to take a cardboard and just picture the door and do all the motions as we're saying the commands. That helps. So if that can help you guys, do that. I also put a chair by the wall, and if we had to stand up for a command or do something, we can visualize it all by saying it. And we were taking turns. I was doing it, she was correcting me. She did it, I was correcting her. So we were just taking turns and trying to see where we can improve, and we did it in front of each other, so that when we did it in front of the instructor and the entire class, yeah, that's another thing. Everybody's staring at you. You're in a simulator, in a plane, everyone's staring at you, so you're just like, yeah, no pressure. It simulates people looking at you as you're doing stuff, which is the real life, because that's, I mean, everybody's facing you as a flight attendant, and they will be staring at you. So yeah. It's very challenging as well for the PA, you guys. For those of you that have seen my past videos, I did not leave those alone for just a second. I just knew that I needed to memorize them and say them. Now, I made the mistake of memorizing some of them, but not the box, thinking that it wasn't needed to be learned. And that literally almost sent me home, because I was stuck memorizing them a day or two prior to. So you get into class, you start on a Monday, you need to basically say those PAs on a Wednesday, which gives you 2 days. The Monday doesn't really count, because you spend that whole day, you're kind of getting to know everybody, and you don't really want to study. But Tuesday is when you start studying, and Wednesday you got to know them. So basically I had one full day on Tuesday to learn them, and I was trying to learn them in between, you know, breaks. And even when I went into the room, I remember saying it's do or die. If I don't know them now, I won't know them on Wednesday, and I'm going to be sent home. So very stressful. I'm not gonna lie, just because you're performing them in front of, you know, people. And I remember I was like shaking. I did not think that I can get through to those. I know my girlfriend said them so fast, because she's one of those that when she gets nervous, she says them super, super fast. So she got through them in literally a few minutes, like blah, blah, blah. I'm more like I take my time, but too much. So I was the opposite of her. She was fast, I was super slow. We all have our ways of learning. As long as you were able to deliver the information, they were okay with it. But if you just did not know your stuff, you were basically sent home. So you guys, if you're watching this, please, please, please learn your PAs, okay? Don't think that, oh, you know, they're not gonna ask me, or if they ask me and I'm gonna skip this part, who cares? They care, and they wanna see, now, once you're on the line, it's a total different story, you guys. You're gonna adapt those PAs the way that you wanna adapt them. You can kind of twist the words, make it your own, make it fun, be, you know, the airlines comedian like you see in all of these YouTube videos. You can do whatever, make it your own, that's fine. The problem they have is that they're asking you for something, and they want to see that you are doing what they ask. Just like if you need to report at 5 a.m., you be there at 4:30, okay? They just want to give you an assignment, and they want to see if you're willing to do it without direction, because you haven't been in training yet. So if you're already reluctant to learn them and already reluctant to be like, I don't need this, right there, they already know who they're going to be dealing with, and they're already going to put a cross on you. They know that you're just not someone that's going to be flexible to understand and learn new things, okay? So it's really important that you show them that, hey, you've asked something of me, and I will learn to show you that my interest, and to show you that I'm cooperating and I want this, okay? So this is why they do this. A lot of people have asked me, why do they make you memorize so many pages? It's more than a play that you're going to perform on stage. One, because you're gonna have to be saying them seriously, because I've used them, I've been working for them, and I've been using them. Two, you'll have to feel comfortable in front of people, because you are in front of like 100+ customers, passengers, okay? And three, these are the ones that you're memorizing are the ones that you need to know, just because if the FAA is on board, they want to make sure that you're touching some points. So these PAs have information that needs to be said. No matter how you look at it, they need to be mentioned for security and safety purposes. So you need to know them. You just need to know them. Some of them are not like, oh my gosh, you have to know them word by word, like word for word. But for training purposes, you do, okay? Now, you can always refer to them as you're flying and you're a professional, you've been doing it for a while. After probation, you can always refer back to your EFB if you're forgetting or whatnot. It's there for you. Okay, the EFB is a little laptop that you'll be walking around, not a laptop, but the little, I forgot the name. What's it called? The mini laptop. You know what I'm talking about. But that thing, the EFB, the electronic fly bag, is something that like has all the information that you need, especially the ones that, you know, all your PAs are all going to be in there as well, so you could always refer to them, but you have to know them by heart for training, and that's going to help you, because once you're on the line, you already know them. You can refresh your memory by looking back at them sometimes, but you'll know them because you've already learned them. Now, the process of learning is not easy. It's very hard, okay? Especially if you're my age and you haven't learned anything in a long time. I don't even remember what I ate 2 days ago for breakfast. Now, what the heck? How am I going to remember all this? Believe it or not, your brain could retain more than you think, and they give you time to do that, but you need to discipline yourself. You need to say, today I will learn one paragraph. I will go word by word, and I will try to understand what I'm saying, and I'll repeat the same sentence over and over again. Then I'll go to the second sentence on the next day. So just kind of go with how much you can, and then once you memorize the first paragraph, go through it by yourself, memorize it, and then go to the next. That's how I did it. I know a lot of people recorded themselves, listened to it over and over. I didn't do that. What I did do though, if this can help you guys, I downloaded the app called Memorize by Heart, okay? Memorize by Heart. And I've entitled it Emergency and Opening. So what you do is you click Emergency, and then you click it here, and then it gives it to you word by word. So as you can see, so as I would be saying it, I would click it to see if it's true. Am I like accurate? Am I not accurate? Am I, you know, which is fantastic. And when I mastered it, then I would go to the opening and I would do the same thing. And there's different things you can do with it. You can go by first letter of every word, if that's the way you can memorize. That didn't work for me. It worked for a lot of ladies and gentlemen in my class, where they would put the first letter of every word for one sentence, and they would fill out the words, and they were like, oh my gosh, I memorized it so quickly. I tried to do that, and that confused me even more, so that did not work for me. You can have it speak to you slowly, or you can speak it and it will write it, and then it'll say if there's a word that you're missing. So this app is fantastic. I believe I paid like $2 for a month. I'm gonna have to take it out now because I don't need it anymore, but I like this one. I love the fact that I'm saying it, and if I don't remember, it will show up. And if I do remember it, I could read it and be like, oh yeah, that's what it was. So that helped me. I was basically on this app 24/7. Definitely you guys get the Memorize by Heart app. It's the little heart right here, okay? And there's a video looper who that's helped a lot of people with the PAs. The video looper, you basically film yourself and you can loop it. So you don't have to replay it. It's there and you can replay it and hear it yourself. I don't like it, so I'm actually gonna take it out. But I've tried it and it's not for me. I don't like to hear my own voice. You know, I don't like that. But if you are, then that's great. But yeah, you guys, there's no recipe as to how to do it. The memorization supplement that I took helped a lot. So if you guys want to try it, it doesn't cost you to try it. Get the little bottle. If you don't like it, you can always return it, but try it. And I'm telling you, it just made such a world of difference for me. Things were just kind of sticking, and I'm like, what? I've never memorized anything in my whole life. Nothing sticks to me usually. I'm very short term usually, but stuff just stayed. So that was the stressful part about it. Once you're done with the PA, you're relaxed. You're on day 3. You're like, I got this. I'm going to be a flight attendant. And then they throw at you all these proficiency that you've never seen before that you need to know. And then the test comes, and then you're tired, and then you have 8 chapters to read one night, and then another 4 chapters, and then you have homework, and then you're like, okay. So it's a lot at once. Again, get your rest, you guys, okay? Get good shoes. Our hotel was humongous. I did say it takes us about 20 minutes to do from the front door to the back door. It was a huge hotel, so when you do go to training, bring your shoes, you guys. Good shoes, sandals. I got sandals. They saved my life, thankfully. So comfy outfit. If you guys are like me, you're cold or you're hot, just get some comfy outfits. Get a jacket as well. You never know what the weather is going to be, so bring that. An ID holder. Okay, so once you do graduate, they will give you an ID, and you basically have to have it when you're doing your OE, but nobody tells you that. So they'll give you for the OE your badge, but there's nothing to hold it. So it's very confusing because you're like, where am I going to put it? Because you need it with that little badge that you have in class. So you're going to need both, which we weren't told. So I'm telling you now. Now, this is what the badge will look like, okay? Now, I purchased this separately, which is a lifesaver, and I will show you how this works. So, it's kind of like attached. It's got a little snap right here, and then it kind of goes inside your card, and it hooks in, and then you close it, okay? I've noticed, unfortunately, that it opens. You'll have it on, and then boop, this opens by itself, and then you lose your card. It's happened to me twice already. Maybe because it's a little heavy, because I've had stuff on it. I have my KCM card and my key, which they gave us, and then I shouldn't have the flashlight. I was told you don't need it. You have to have it with you, but you don't need it around your lanyard. So I'm going to remove it, but I think that's probably what it was. But just be careful. I've had a few students that have actually lost their stuff because of this. So I was thinking that maybe this is just not, and the way that I did it was, this is a little clip, and this was the clip that goes after the badge. All right, I clipped both together, and that's how I got it. Just because clipping the badge like this just does not look right. I want it after a lanyard, but they will not give you the lanyard. You need to purchase this. This was additional, and you can go to their store. Once you go to the university and you start training there is a store, and you can purchase all of their things there. They have the cutest thing, you guys. Look how cute. I didn't buy this, but it was there in the store. So look how cute. I got this when I got home, and my girlfriends were all waiting for me, and they gave me that little welcome back party. So cute. And my daughter put it on top of the cake that she made for me when I came back. She's so sweet. Yeah, great support system. Love it. So the badge that you're gonna get is gonna be about the size of this. This is a tag, so don't mind me, but it's about this size. You're gonna have your name, your employee number. It's gonna say the name of the company, and it's gonna be in a plastic with a little clip that you saw, and that's what it's gonna be in. And then you have to basically give them the plastic back, and you can keep the tag as a souvenir. All right. Sanitizer, you guys, bring one, please. This is sanitizer. I love it. Looks like a little pen. All right, and I like that you can just kind of attach it anywhere. Okay, so this was inside of my backpack, and I had it whenever I need it, and there was one outside of my backpack so I can access it. A lot of people got sick in training. Okay, they were tired and they were sick, and we do a lot of sometimes group activity, and we're all touching the same pens and we're in each other's face. So I did get sick, so I caught whatever she had, and then she got better, and I kept coughing like a maniac. So yeah, I wasn't happy about that, but I loaded up on vitamin C, and that helped a lot, you guys. So make sure you have that. Extra vitamins. Bring your vitamins, you guys. Don't be shy. Bring your vitamins and shove them in your mouth every morning, and then even at night if you have to do a double dose, because once you're sick, you can't go home, you guys. You can't go home. You don't want to start all over. You're already invested. Just stay. All right. Energy drink. Well, we were all stashing up on coffee. Lots of coffee, lots of energy drink, you guys. That's why it's important to get your sleep. You don't want to do that to your body. Just keep shoving coffee. You know, it'll work just for a little bit, but then eventually your body's just like, it took me a while to get, I had withdrawals from coffee after training because I was on coffee all the time, and it's so not good for you. And last but not least, bracelet. I know you guys think if you're not into bracelets and you're in my channel, but you're for the travel part, that's great. But also just know that these bracelets, you guys, are very powerful, and I am one to speak. I always get so stressed out, and so I made this calming with amethyst. All right, with rose quartz. I made sure that my bracelet, I had it every time I had a drill just to calm me down, and it's incredible how I went from, oh my god, I'm shaking, to the minute I would wear it, I would just feel this calmness, and it would just centralize wherever I would put my amethyst. And literally I nailed every single thing. I've never failed one proficiency, and I've succeeded on everything one shot, which I'm so proud of. I'm not trying to brag, but I'm just letting you know, and this has a lot to do with it. I've also wore my success bracelet, which played such a huge part in my success through training. If you see me in every video, or even just a picture, you'll see that my bracelets were always with me. This is giving you the pep in your step that you need to be alert and to be successful. So that's helped me so much. Also my Pichu was there protecting me. It was in my room, and it was in my wrist as well, especially when I went on board on the plane and I did my OE. I made sure to have my Pichu with me for protection and also for success. And let's not forget, I did wear this literally 24/7, which, because my zodiac sign corresponds with my year, which is my Chinese sign, is actually a year that's gonna have a lot of turbulence per se. So this is for my protection for just this year. So I'm gonna be wearing it this year every single day until the year is over for protection. And last and not least, this is my love bracelet. So I wore it in class. I wanted to make friends. I wanted to feel loved. I wanted to give love. And this bracelet just brought so much joy. Met my beautiful friend Samantha through it all. Met other people that were incredible. You make friends for life. We're still friends, and we spend so much time, you know, stressing out, going ups and downs, doing you know, things that people will never do in a lifetime, and that bonded us through it all. And so, you know, I owe it also to my friendship bracelet, who gave me such amazing people in my life. So it made me see clearly about other situations that I needed. So thank you, my little bracelets. So if ever you guys are interested, powerfulbracelet.com. These bracelets have helped me so much through it all, you guys. Obviously I have more, but every single one of them had an assignment, and I brought them knowing that I'll be using them. And of course, my bracelet, my success bracelet, never fails. Every time I have it, and you know, I'm always succeeding in whatever it is that I want to do. So including my interview for this airline and everything else after that. So I'm really excited. Yeah, so I think this pretty much summarizes it, you guys. If you think of anything else, oh, I did want to talk about suitcase. I wanted to share with you. I think I'm going to take another 5 minutes before I let you guys go. This is the carry-on that 99.9% of us had, and this has been everywhere on the internet, on Amazon. I mean, they've sold thousands and if not millions. I wouldn't be surprised because every flight attendant in this world has them. I love this bag. I was skeptical at the beginning. I'm like, I know everybody has it, but I don't like the shape. But it is amazing, you guys. It is this bag. I'm sure you've seen it. It is called the Kroser, K-R-O-S-E-R. All right, I'll leave a link. So you have a charger port, USB port, you have a pocket, you have another pocket on the other side so you can put your water bottles on both sides. You have a strap that you can put in the back of your suitcase. It's an amazing and so comfortable backpack, you guys. This strap is so thick and so comfortable that you don't feel it. So I brought this to class every single day. It was a lifesaver. Also, the way it opens, it's kind of like a, I call it the Pac-Man mouth. Like that. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will actually see this video. I took it with my I took it to Vegas, and it fit literally everything that I needed. I just don't like that it doesn't have wheels. I just wish it would, because I put so much, and I remember it got heavy really in my back. But there's so much you can put in there, you guys. You have the laptop, and it's so deep. Then you have another little mini iPad. Oh, iPad, that's what I wanted to say earlier. I kept saying a little computer, but iPad. So that a little pocket for that. We put all of our pencils on the other side in class. So you get the little pencils, my passport, my hand sanitizer. Then you got the USB port right here. And there's so much, and this is what it would look like, you guys. This is what the DFB looks like. Okay, so you get an idea of, see how tiny it is? And it just slips so easily. I'll show you in this bag. There you go. You don't even see it anymore. I have everything for work in here. I have my glasses. I have chargers, you guys. I have my scarf for work that I just got in the mail, which I'm gonna wear. Then your pen. You have your pen. It can fit right here. Again, that little net, I like how I could put my money and just kind of zip it so it just, I could see through, and I just take what I need. It has so much space, and I love that it has the bottle holders on both sides, because I'm not, you know, sometimes I like to have my protein on one side and then my water on the other. And so you can actually carry it this way, or you can just put it on your back. I love this bag. I hated it at the beginning. I just didn't like the shape of it. I just did not like it, but I started using it every day and I fell in love with it. So if you guys start training, definitely that's a must-have bag. They talk about it everywhere anyways, so you will love it. And yeah, I think that's it. That pretty much summarizes everything. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. Again, I wish I could be more help with the PAs. All right, they're hard to memorize, I know. If you've seen the other videos, how I've done it also, just to give you a little trick, is little cards, all right, that I stuck along the wall and on the floor, and every day I would have to say it, because let's say I had to go to the bathroom, I had to recite every paragraph as I would walk to the bathroom. So I had to go really bad, but I had to say them in order to get to the next one. So I would take one step, I had to recite that paragraph, then take the other step and then recite the other paragraph, and I wouldn't be able to go until I knew it. So I played games with myself like that. Oh gosh, you guys, there's so many ways of learning, but just do what works for you and be consistent. Don't take days off. Don't be like cocky and be like, I got this. Just keep doing it until it comes second nature. And then after that, you could, you master it, whether you're in front of people or not. It doesn't matter if you're in front of 6 people or the entire class. Once you know it, you guys, okay? So I hope this helped. If you guys need anything, my dog is trying to say hi to you. You want to say hi? Come say hi then. Here you go. She said hi. All right. But if you guys need anything at all, message me, Shelly, flywithshelly@gmail.com, or check out my website, flyingwithshelly.com, and I can help you guys with anything that you need as far as session, classes, you know, interview, Q&As. I can help you. I've been through it. I know it's hard. I know it's not easy. And you know, if you're aiming that one airline that just keeps on giving you a TBNT, thank you but no thank you, and it just really aggravates you, and you really know that you're good at this, give me a call, you guys. Send me an email. hire me as a coach. I will make a difference between you getting your TBNT to your CJO. Okay, I want to make sure that you get the job, the dream job that you deserve, and I'm here for you. So use me. All right, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and click on that notification bell, and I'll have many more videos about training, you guys. So love you guys. Oh, I forgot to talk about ditching. I will have a video on that separately. How's that? All right, guys, I so enjoyed you guys, and hope you have a great day and good luck in training. I know you got this. All right, bye.